Welcome to our second Dev Diary here for Global Goods Exchange, GGX. I'm here with GGX CEO Spencer Connaughton, and we're discussing the ongoing development of GGX as a product. So Spencer, last time we talked a little bit about multi-order mode. So how's it going? How are our customers liking it? And give us a little bit of update on the progress.
So yeah, customers love it. We shipped it out. People are using it live, and it's really, really exciting to see a lesson that we learned from a customer using the product live actually make it into production and to see it solving a real problem. So for our customers in medical equipment, this was kind of the last missing piece between the way that our product worked before and the way that they naturally trade. So now they can actually use the product to trade the way that they did before. Their customers don't notice a difference between how they trade normally and how they trade with this partner that's using AI to automate their trades through GGX. And I think the sky's the limit with these updates and what we've got next in the pipeline. I think we can really start to see our customers accelerate some of their trading.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I think multi-order mode is going to be a huge win for a lot of these guys, and it's going to be really exciting to see what they can do with the platform going forward.
This is the thing that's going to get them onto the platform. So I think this is going to unlock a lot of sales that we couldn't make before, because people will be like, I don't just manage one order at a time. I manage 20, right?
Yeah, huge use case. No, it's great. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's talk a little bit more about some milestones that we have hit. I know that there's a couple of pretty important ones, specifically in the first part of the year, but we're out of Q1 now. We're marching strongly ahead. So tell us a little bit about, what are some of the things we've accomplished and what are some of the major sort of milestones we can talk about?
Yeah, so we're continuing to see utilization increase. We're continuing to see customers do more transactions with more products. We had a transaction go through that was $300,000 a couple of weeks ago, which is really, really cool to see.
Yeah, super good. And I will say the largest transaction that's ever gone through the system. So that's a huge milestone for us. So super exciting.
Yeah, I mean, they're only going to get bigger from here. These are still the small early adopter players that we're working with right now. And for the small early adopter players out there watching, you're all great, amazing. I think with our help, maybe you could get even bigger. So,
So let's talk a little bit more about the other things we're doing. I know we're working, switching platforms and things like that. We talked a little bit about that in the previous one. So give us a little update on there.
Yes. We switched to GPT 4.1, and we are now officially out of prototype land and into production land. One of the most important things that the new production version does is it provides a generic wrapper around the model that we're using. So the parts of the system that are actually making the requests for, process this message, pull this order data out of it, etc., they don't need to change when we change the model. So yeah, we could change it as frequently as we want now.
And to your point, I think it's more as frequently as is required to give us the best results. And it could be a year, it could be every month, that kind of thing.
Yes. And of course, the other exciting thing is that the function boundaries in the new system are more modular. So we can start capturing data and performance statistics basically on every function call. I think I might have mentioned we're using temporal, and that allows us to see a trace of every transaction that happens in our system, basically at every step. And so what that means is we can pull model training data out pretty easily and in this sort of backwards and forwards compatible way.
So the final thing that we should probably chat about is subscriptions. So that's going to be a huge component of the platform as well. Tell us a little bit about how the subscriptions work.
Yeah, Mike, we're about to be a real product. It's pretty exciting. Soon you'll be able to click on a subscription tier you want and pay us money for it. Our contractor, Jasmine, did a great job building out that functionality, and it's really exciting to see it come out. And I think probably not relevant to the dev diary, but importantly, we're spinning up our sales efforts. We're doing more outreach to more folks in our customers' networks, more folks in new verticals, and being able to automate onboarding, make it really simple for people to create, manage their subscriptions is something that every real product needs, and is gonna really cut down on the work we need Teddy to do manually every single day right now.
Exactly.
And I mean, I think one of the interesting things is and one of the important things for our business is sticking to the blitz scaling methodology, right? You keep tasks manual as long as you can. You do things that don't scale until you really, really do need to make them scale, right? And that's why we've sort of held off on doing subscriptions until now. But now's the time. So
yeah, it's a sign of a good partner, or it's a sign of a good product rather. Just for relevancy's sake, blitzscaling is one of our investor partners that's helping us bring this product to life. So yeah, we're super excited to be working with them, and we've gotten a lot of great information from the whole team over there.
Yeah. No, and actually, I mean, Chris Ye, the author of the book that inspired the fund, has been a mentor of mine for close to 16 years now, actually. And as I was thinking through the early phases of this business, he was instrumental in questioning the strategy and being like, okay, can you actually scale this thing, right?
Yep.
Can you build a transaction system that scales in this way, right? How do you add those sort of viral growth features, right? What do you choose to prioritize first in the early days of a business? And I mean, of course, there's lots of great stuff in that book and, in Chris's head as well about what you do when a business is thriving and scaling out of control rapidly. And I'm excited to apply those in the coming months and years.
Excellent. No, I love it. Okay, last bit before we end our dev diary. Let's talk a little bit about minor updates, bug fixes, things like that. I know you and I are going to be working on getting the user interface dialed in a little bit more succinctly.
Yes.
So
yes,
let's chat about what that's going to look like in the next few sprints.
Yes. So we continue to dial in all the little nuances of the UI. We are migrating towards a material UI-based design system. So more panels, more well-defined buttons, separation between different functionality groups. Just the kind of stuff that, you need in a professional UI.
Awesome. All right. I have no further questions, but I think that for people that are watching this and want to get a little bit more information on Global Goods Exchange, ggx.trade, and it's super easy to set up an appointment with us, get a demo. Obviously, it's a free demo, and we'd love to chat with you a little bit more. Thanks, Spencer, and we will see you or perhaps another member of the dev team on our next Dev Diary.